Gluten-free Sable Breton. What is a Sable and what is Breton? Well, Sable is the French term meaning sandy, and Breton is the area in France that this particular type of shortbread actually comes from. So today we're going to be making this French shortbread. However, we are going to be making it not only vegan or plant-based, but also completely gluten-free. And I'm going to show you how we're going to achieve that now. So as always, I have all of my ingredients mise en place. This recipe does traditionally call for an egg, and now we know that eggs have many different functions, and today we're using it for the function of binding. And that's going to hold our shortbread together, because a Sable Breton shortbread traditionally has a lot of fat, meaning it's going to start separating or become very, very crumbly. And when we do gluten-free, even more so. So it's very important that we use a high quality egg replacement like I'm using today. So to prepare your egg replacement, I am using the Panisegg egg replacement. And what I love about it is it replaces all 8 functions of eggs, and it also improves gluten-free textures. So we're going to add that to our water now. And this contains the potato protein along with some stabilizing ingredients and all those binding ingredients that are going to allow this shortbread to hold together. So I've just popped it in my water, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a mix. So in my bowl here, I have some unsalted, firm variety vegan margarine to replace our dairy butter. So I'm just going to add that to my bowl here. And with a Sable Breton or any type of shortbread, because they do contain butter, the butter flavor is something that's very important with this type of pastry. So because we are not using butter, I am going to be using a butter aroma. Now this is optional, but it does really give it an authentic taste. And you can just add a few drops of that, and you'll find in your dashboard in the unique ingredients section where you can actually locate this where you are residing. So I'm going to pop that in there, and we're just going to start mixing our vegan margarine up just until it becomes nice and creamy. Now to that, we're going to add our vegan egg, which we just prepared. So just pop that in with your margarine. And you'll notice when you start beating this as well, one of the other unique functions of this egg replacement is emulsification. So that's combining unmixable ingredients like fat and water. So this is going to give a great texture to the product as well. And we're going to also add our confectioner's sugar. Okay, so just pop that right in. And we're going to beat this on a medium speed until everything's nice and combined and our mixture is creamy and fluffy. Now that our butter is nice and creamy and fluffy, we're going to sift in our remaining ingredients. So we do have here some salt, some sea salt, along with some bicarb soda just for additional lift, and that bicarb soda is going to increase the pH in our batter as well, which is going to affect the browning of our product as well, so we get a nice golden color to our pastry. We are also adding some flours today, so I have some rice flour and some potato starch or cornstarch. So we're doing a little bit of a mixture of different flours for our gluten-free variety. And our almond meal. So we're going to add all of that together as well. Now we're just going to mix this up until everything's nicely combined. Because this is gluten-free, we don't need to worry about overworking our gluten, resulting in a tough cookie, because there is no gluten. So let's just mix this up until it's all combined. Okay, so now once it's well mixed, we're going to get this onto our tray. So I've just prepared here a large tray with a silicone sheet mat. You can use one of these, or you can just use a sheet of baking paper. And you'll notice that this batter is very, very soft. It's kind of like a muffin batter or something like that. That is completely normal. That's what it's supposed to look like. And by eye, we are going to spread this out about 3 millimeters. So once you've got your Sable Breton evenly spread out onto your tray, you can just cover it with some cling wrap, or I've just got a guitar sheet here. And I'm going to transfer this into the refrigerator for 2 hours, just for all of that gluten-free flour to absorb into the pastry. And this is a very important step. So it's not so much about resting because we don't have any gluten to rest, but we are putting this in the refrigerator to give the gluten-free flours time to really absorb all of that moisture and the flavor in the dough. So when we cook this, it's going to be less grainy and give it a really nice texture for our gluten-free Sable Breton. So I've just taken my Sable Breton out of the fridge. It's had some time to rest. So we're just going to remove that cling wrap or the plastic and pop it in our preheated oven for about 10 to 15 minutes, or until it starts getting nice and golden.